Hey, Dane here, and welcome to Searching For. And this is behind the scenes. Now, remember that last video I showed you about the Robo, and because of the fact that I was lacking air, is because this is the saltwater unit, or the saltwater hose is what they want to consider it. And this is the freshwater. And as you saw how this thing expanded. So it's got reserve air. It's designed as reserve air. So you don't, you're not taking air directly out of the Robo, because the Robo by itself is not going to be able to supply you enough air. It's got to have a reserve to keep that excess, so it stays ahead, right? Well, that's the way this freshwater hose is designed. Now, if you're going to go in the salt water, you're not going to use this. There has to be a tank, a side tank, that's going to give you reserve air, because this does not expand. When you're breathing air out of here, you're breathing directly out of the Robo. So what I was thinking a while ago is, well, to solve that problem for fresh water is I can hook this fresh water hose up to the salt water hose, because I want that extension. This is a total of 30 feet. Now what I can do in the fresh water is I can have this hooked up to me, and then it's just connected to this here. Now, what has to be done is I still got to have the extension hose, which you saw me build up. That's going to be connected to here. Okay, and now this is going out to the Robo, which is sitting in the water. Okay, right? And then I can take this and plug it into here. Well, this is an American made and not a Asian made. So in those videos you saw me making up adapters. So here's an American going into an American, and now the Asian industrial can plug into that. So now I have this hose, wet now, doggone it, and that's going to be attached to my back, right? So that takes care of that. So now, if on the other side of the house, I need to use this in salt water, and of course I just added to this. All this is going to be is a reserve now. So take this connection off of here. It's still going to go in now. That has to go to the extension. So I took the extension off. The extension is going to be connected to, it's got to be connected to this here, and then it's going to fill up. Now I don't know if I can wind this up and have it in a box, and then it won't go flying all over the place. It'll just expand to whatever it needs to, and then you still have air. I hadn't thought about that. But what you're gonna, for that again, gonna have to have an adapter. So we got to go from, it's gonna be a female, so American into here, and then we're gonna go with the Chinese industrial. Okay, so now we have the air coming from here that's going to the Robo, coming out of the Robo, and now, because it's an American male or American female, and I got American male on this, then now this is going to be connected to my back, and then there we go. We got Robo air coming into here. We actually have we got the expansion hose, which should give me enough air. I don't know yet. And then, of course, this is coming to my back. Now, remember, on all of these, when you're doing this, you've got to have filtration. Okay, you just can't run air straight out of the Robo into your mouth. You've got to have a moisture receptor and a particle receptor, at least 5 micron for that. And what they put in here is a charcoal and a small, well, if I can, it's strong enough to get that out there. But there you go, because I had to build all those adapters. Ah, man, I got it. Okay, so what's in here is, this is filled with charcoal. It's got charcoal in it. Can you see that? Got charcoal in there. And then you've got a 5 micron air filter, or some sort of a, and they say use that. I see it's expanded, so it's probably time to replace it. And that's going to restrict your air too, so you got to keep that in mind. So that's your filtration on that one. Other hooker systems, American hooker system, hookah systems, have got regular water separator adapters, which I built for my other system, which I haven't got a compressor for because I couldn't find one with enough volume. And that's the thing, you need a tank to go along with that volume. So, and then some sort of a filter, 5 micron again, is probably the way to go. So with that said, and that's what I've shown you, is this. We got this set up now with the adapter. The other thing is, if you're using all these adapters, make sure you lock them. Make sure you have a way to lock them. What I wound up doing is the hookah comes with a little locking device.
3/4 inch PVC pipe.
And I cut it in, like, I think that's like a quarter depth, and then I cut it in the middle. So now all I have to do, well, there you go. There's this is what you'll get if you go through gator gill, and that'll go right on here with a little bit of, and now it won't unlock, right? Well, with my system, these don't have the locks. So again, what I did is I took some PVC pipe and I cut it, and it'll fit right on there and lock. So make sure you have these all locked. And I screwed up on that other valve, which you can open and close, and I didn't put a lock on it to make sure it wouldn't close. In that case, I wanted it to stay open. So there we are. That's how I feel we can use I can use the 75 feet of what's called saltwater hose and hook it up to the freshwater hose, because your freshwater hose is your reserve air. And until I can get a tank to do what I need to do, probably a 1 gallon tank is probably all you need. But we'll see. We'll see down the road. It's still work in progress. All right, so thanks for watching. If you like, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share. And we'll catch you on the next Searching for Behind the Scenes. And this is the adapting of the freshwater hose, because it is a reserve, air reserve, to my saltwater air hose